Hello everybody, my name is Kyle39. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one, I want to talk to you about Valiant Smashers. This is the newest Yu-Gi-Oh set that will be released later this week, and it's looking rough, folks. It probably doesn't help that it has to follow up on not only Age of Overlord, but the 25th anniversary collection as well. You know, the two best sets of the entire year, so that's not doing it any favors whatsoever. But I want to look at Valiant Smashers as a competitive standpoint. Is its three main archetypes inside the Valiant Smashers actually going to change the meta? And those three archetypes being Centurion, Memento, and Valmonica. Today we're talking about Centurion. Centurion's main gimmick is to get their monsters into the spell trap zone as continuous trap cards, and the monsters have effects if they're considered as a continuous trap to special summon themselves out onto the field, and they gain effects on summon as well. And since they are considered as continuous trap cards, you can do that during either player's main phase as well. But their main game plan is to get to stand up Centurion. Stand up Centurion, during the main phase, if this card was activated this turn, can send a card from hand to graveyard, place a Centurion monster from your deck into this face up into the spell trap zone as a continuous trap card. And also has an effect: if you special summon a monster immediately after this effect resolves, you can synchro summon one synchro monster using monsters you control as material, and it must include one Centurion monster as well. So basically, this card is not only an extender for the archetype, but it's also a quick effect synchro summon as well. So basically, their main game plan is to get to this card. But before I can cover what the deck is trying to do competitively, I want to cover the rest of the cards in the archetype. So we're going to start off with the monsters. They have three of them, and that's being Centurion Primera, Centurion Truda, and Centurion Emmet 6. We'll start off with Centurion Primera. It's a light level 4 spellcaster tuner. When it's normal or special summon, can search any Centurion card from your deck to your hand, and it has a bottom effect. If it's considered as a continuous trap card, it can just special summon itself to the field. So this card pretty much does a lot for the archetype. Not only does it search any Centurion card from your deck to your hand, that's very much including the field spell as well. It can also special summon itself if it's considered as a continuous trap card as well. But it's a level 4 tuner, which is very good because this is how you're being able to quick effect synchro using the field spell, because this is your only tuner in the archetype, so you're going to want to get to this as fast as possible. And it also has the very good effect of just being able to search any Centurion card as well. So very, very good card for the archetype. Centurion Truda. During your main phase, you can place both this card you control and one Centurion monster from your deck or hand or deck face up into the spell trap zone, but you cannot special summon Centurion Truda for the rest of the turn. And during the main phase, if this card is considered as a continuous trap card, you can just special summon this card and increase its level by 4. So basically what Centurion Truda is trying to do is basically get you into another Centurion guy. So basically this is your normal summon of the deck. You can just normal summon this guy, then use its effect on someone to place both it and then whatever Centurion monster you don't have in rotation from hand or deck into the face-up spell trap zone. So you can special that one from the from the spell trap zone onto the field to get another guy in rotation. Also, that bottom effect being able to special and increase its level by 4 makes it the level 8 using that is very good as well. And the last monster we have is Centurion Emmet 6. During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect: target a Centurion monster you control except for himself, place it into the face-up spell trap zone as a continuous trap card, and if you do, special summon this card, but you cannot special summon Centurion Emmet 6 for the rest of the turn. And it has the same bottom effect as all the other Centurions have, where if it's considered as a continuous trap card, you can special summon this card. So very, very good. So not only can it special summon itself from the trap or the spell trap zone, it can also special summon itself from hand or graveyard as well. And this is a level 8 Earth Machine as well. So what are the monsters trying to get into? Well, they're trying to get into their synchro monster, Centurion Legitia? I'm going to say Legitia. That's probably wrong, though. It's a level 12 light machine synchro monster that's generic. It only needs one tuner and one non-tuner to make. And if this card is special summoned, you can draw one card, then destroy one monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. If it's tied, you get to choose. And during the end phase, you can place one non-Centurion or one non-synchro Centurion monster from your hand or graveyard face up into the spell trap zone. So basically, this is what they're trying to get into. That's why like something like Truda can increase its level by 4, so make it an 8 with the level 4 tuner can make the Legitia. And then also Emmett is an 8, so 8 plus 4 gets you to the 12 as well. And it's very good as well. Not only does it draw you a card, but it can also pop the highest attack monster your opponent controls as well. So it's a non-targeting kind of thing as well, which is very nice. And then during the end phase, you can just place a Centurion monster from your hand or graveyard as it into the spell trap zone as a continuous trap card, being able to special summon that card during your opponent's turn as well, helping you get to another synchro summon with the field spell during your opponent's turn as well. Does so much for the deck. Very, very, very good card for the archetype. Now let's get into the spell cards for the deck. They have 3 of them, but we already covered one, and that is the field spell stand-up Centurion. Now, I just covered that, so we're not going to get into that. But they have 2 quick play spells, and that's being Faith of the Centurion and Emblemia of the Oath. I'm saying that wrong. Sorry, I'm terrible at English. But Faith of the Centurion basically is place one Centurion monster from your hand or graveyard face up into the spell trap zone as a continuous trap card. And it has an effect if a Centurion Secret Monster is special summoned to your field while this card's in your graveyard. You can banish this card, target a Centurion Monster in your graveyard, place it into the spell trap zone as a continuous trap card. You can use both of those effects once per turn, but they're both hard once per turn. So basically, this is like an extender for the archetype. It just gets you into a Centurion into the spell trap zone. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it from the deck. It has to do it from hand or graveyard, so it's not the greatest in the world since it can't do it from the deck, but it's still a nice extender for the archetype if you just have a bunch of Centurion monsters in your hand. And then the Embula of the Oath has you can activate one of these effects. You can either place one Centurion monster from your deck face up into the spell trap zone as a continuous trap card, but you cannot spell summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Centurion monsters, while you control a face-up card with the same original name as that card you placed into the continuous trap card. Or it can set one Centurion spell trap directly from your deck. So it has 2 really beneficial effects. It can either be a super good extender by just placing a Centurion monster from your deck into the face-up spell trap zone, giving you an immediate extension play. Even though it does lock you from the extra deck while that card is on the field, you can easily just get that like by synchro summoning off that card, get it to graveyard, and all of a sudden you're not locked anymore. So that lock isn't that restrictive, so pretty good. Or you can set one Centurion spell trap directly from the deck. That's very much including the field spell stand-up Centurion. So just pretty good card overall. Not only does it either place an extender from your deck, or it can just get you to the field spell, which is very nice as well. It's not searchable because it's not considered a Centurion card, which is probably a good thing because this card is pretty ridiculous, but very good card. And they also have 2 trap cards as well. They have Truth Centurion, which is a counter trap for the archetype. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated, you can send one face-up monster card from your spell trap zone to the graveyard, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So basically just an omni-negate, which is very insane for the archetype, especially since it's searchable. And we have Centurion Phalanx as well. You can target one face-up monster card on the field, banish it. If you do, special summon it to its owner field during the next standby phase. And it also has another effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Centurion Secret Monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it loses 1500 attack. You can only use one of those effects per turn, and they're both the hard ones per turn if you use that as well. But that's fine. You can use the first effect during your opponent's turn to banish a card, and then you can use its bottom effect during your turn to bring back a Secret Monster, bringing back the Centurion Legate. And Legate, it doesn't need to be synchro summoned for its effect. It's just if it's special summoned, which is pretty nice as well. So that's the entire archetype. Now let's get into what this deck is trying to do competitively. So what is the deck trying to do as a competitive standpoint? Well, It's trying to Calamities lock people. Yeah. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Let me show you the combo real quick. So all you really need is Centurion, Truda, and whatever discard. It doesn't need to be Ash Blossom. This is just to show you what the deck's trying to do. Alright, so that's all you really need to do this. So we'll go ahead and normal summon the Truda here. We'll go effective Truda to place Primera into the spell trap zone and itself into the spell trap zone. Then we'll go Primera effect to special summon itself onto the field, then effect to search any Centurion card from the deck. We'll search stand-up Centurion. We'll activate stand-up Centurion, use its effect, discarding a card to place M6 into the spell trap zone. We'll use the effect to special itself, and then we'll go into a synchro summon of the synchro monster, Legetia. We'll go effect to draw. That's an insane draw, but we're going to act like we did not draw that. It just draws you a card. Then we'll go to end phase. We'll use Legetia's effect once again to place a Centurion from graveyard into the spell trap zone. We'll place the Primera. We need the tuner for a quick effect field spell. And then we'll go standby main phase. Now they do get priority here because they are the priority player. So they do get an action in the main phase. So after they do their action, you go Primera effect, Chain Link 1, and then you can do Truda, Chain Link 2, special summon both of them out onto the field. And you can make Truda a level 8 here so you can get into a level 12 synchro. You go stand up Centurion 1 and then Primera 2. You want to chain block the Centurion just in case there's like Ghost Org or whatever or something like that. And then you can also use Emmet 6 to like kind of put shit back if they're trying to get rid of like the level 8 somehow that you have on the field. You can go Centurion, place it into the spell trap zone to avoid that. So you can do that. It goes into the spell trap zone special, but the field spell will resolve, go into a synchro 12, gets you into the Crimson Dragon, and then Crimson Dragon target your own fucking Legetia, go into a hot red dragon's Argiphine Calamities, which is dumb. So basically this was a 1.5 card Calamity combo. Fucking dumb. So, do I think Centurion will have an impact on the meta? I don't think it's going to like be the best deck in the room. I don't think it's going to be a tier 1 deck whatsoever. But I can see it being somewhere in like tier 2, tier 2.5. It's not going to compete with the big boys, obviously. But being a 1.5 card Calamities is fucking dumb. That is a really dumb thing for you to do, and it doesn't really even play into Droll Lockbird that much, as well as that entire combo was played under Droll. You didn't need to draw that card off off the synchro. That could have been any card. It just, you know, you didn't necessarily need to draw. So technically that combo played around Droll the entire time. Something like Manadium that can't do that, right? But the reason why I think it might have a competitive standpoint is because it can be splashed into other decks. Since the Centurion package is kind of a small package, all you really need is 3 of each level 4 and then only 1 of the level 8. And then you of course you need the 3 field spell as well so you can actually do it. But that's all you necessarily need. All the other cards in the archetype like are consistency cards or they're trap cards that interrupt as well. But if you're setting up Calamities, I mean, what do you need the trap cards for, right? So these can be splashed in something like the Horus engine can use this, something like the Bestial, if you want to do like Bestial Synchro, like with the red resonators and stuff, you can do that with this as well. So even though I don't think that Centurion is going to be, you know, the best deck in the room, it's going to up in the meta and people are going to have to start playing Ghost Orgs in their main deck, I still think it somewhat has the potential to do so just because it can be splashed in other archetypes that can make it a little bit more consistent. So that is my overall thought. I went through all the cards. Let me know if you think Centurion is going to be good in the meta. Maybe you think it's going to be terrible. Maybe you think it's going to be the best deck in the meta. Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.